As the new medical device regulation and in vitro diagnostic regulation are coming into force 2021 and 2022, it will be really important that startups in the medical device sector and in the in vitro diagnostic sector understand the challenges that they're facing when they have to transition from the medical device directive to the new regulations. We are here to support you during the entire life cycle of medical devices and in vitro diagnostic, from a clinical perspective and from a regulatory perspective. It will be really important that you as company owners and investors understand what are your obligations and requirements in the entire life cycle, from the initial concept to the final decommissioning and disposal of the medical device. Good morning. Hello, my name is Marianne AKRN. I'm the CEO and founder of AKRN Scientific Consulting. We're based in Madrid, Spain, and I wanted to provide you some feedback on the services that we can help your company with, and both startup companies, medium-sized medical device manufacturers, and also investors that needs to understand how the process of medical devices is managed according to European regulation. So we are a life science consulting firm. We're specialized in CE mark of medical devices and in vitro diagnostic. And we work with the small, medium, and big size medical device manufacturers all over the world. Our activities are realized in English, but of course we have both Spanish-speaking staff, Portuguese-speaking staff, Italian-speaking staff on our team, and I am Swedish. We offer our customers the collaboration at every stage of product development. And our clinical consultants, they really prioritize in medical device research. So we have a very strong competence, both academically and through the manufacturing process, to understand the requirements that are needed for both medical devices and in vitro diagnostics. So this high level of expertise that we can provide to our customers allows them to really optimize the management of both their regulatory work and their strategy towards CE marking, but also understand what type of clinical studies they need. Sometimes as a manufacturer, the clinical development part or the performance development of an in vitro diagnostic can be the most costly process in the life cycle of the research and development of a device. So it's very important to understand what do the requirements or what are the regulations from a European perspective, and what are things that are nice to have but not necessarily a need to have, and especially to understand what do you need at every stage of your product development. So we can help with this. Our primary service, as I mentioned, are related to CE marking and market access. So we have a very good expertise in the regulatory services that guide you to a successful product launch. We also have a very strong competence within the clinical development process, such as writing protocols that can demonstrate the safety and performance of your device that you get. We can also support you run clinical trials in other places on the globe, such as the United States and Canada, Australia, and some parts of Asia. And now a new requirement under the MDR and under the IVDR will be the specific focus on the post-market surveillance. So it's also important to understand what do I do in a clinical setting, pre-market, and what can I do in a post-market setting. We can help you design specific studies related to that. And finally, we are a very strong partner for you in clinical monitoring services. Clinical trial needs to comply with the requirements according to the ISO 14555 standard, which is a global standard that the manufacturers need to comply to when you run human clinical trials. So if you need help to set up a trial for your device, if you need regulatory strategy, please don't hesitate to get back to us. We can help you optimize your route to CE marking and really provide you the right services that avoids unnecessary rework and make you lose time and to get to the market in a very fast and predictable way. So write us an email and we can set up a free consultation. Come and visit us if you can. We have our offices based in Madrid, and together we are bigger. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Andreu Climent, and I am the CEO of Corify. Corify is a medical startup that is focused on solving one of the main problems of the cardiology, atrial fibrillation. This disease is affecting more than 30 million patients around the world, more than 1 million only in Spain. I'm sure that any one of us have a familiar with this cardiology disease. And this is costing more than 30.5 billion euros per year to our health security social systems. It is a heart disease that causes many of the problems that we are falling with. It's not mortal, but will reduce drastically your life expectancy. We, thanks to the research between Hospital Gregorio Marañón and Universitat Politécnica de Valencia, have developed a novel medical device, Corify device, which is able to map the heart and show to the clinician what's going on inside the heart and identify which is the optimal treatment for each specific patient. This device is combining 3D printed electrodes with the most advanced biopotential amplifiers with the algorithms that we have developed with artificial intelligence to identify the patterns and identify which is the optimal treatment for each patient. We already have developed the technology. We have validated in more than 200 patients around the world, both in Europe and States. And now we are ready to industrialize and large scale the device. We are working now to perform and to ensure that the device will be in the market by 2023, and we will be able to start the large commercialization of that. For that, we are opening a 1 million fundraising stage that will complement the 1.3 million that we already have in the company, and will allow our team of 9 members to move on to the next step. We will be able to industrialize it and generate it, and we will get the CE mark and the FDA approval by 2023. Our device already has started research use commercialization. We are getting benefits from that, but it's true that we require to large scale regulation to be sure that it will arrive to all hospitals. This device is going to be able to change the paradigm in which cardiology is used. No any company has non-invasive mapping technology that in a bedside or in a regular procedure will allow the clinicians to identify if an interventional surgery is needed or not. Our device will ensure that only those intervention procedures that are needed will be performed, and which is even more important, that those procedures will be performed optimally in the minimum time and ensuring that they will work. Now, we are changing the way in which the clinical cardiology is performed. This is identifying that in 5 years from now, all patients, before going into the surgery room, will require to see their electrical activity in the heart with one of our medical devices products. We are convinced that this will improve significantly the life of many patients. The total market of this electrophysiology population is $4.5 billion. And in even our worst estimations, we are getting more than 100 million incomes per year from 2005 to 2030. This implies that this technology will be able to improve the quality of life at the same time to ensuring that the reimbursement will be more than good. So, are you ready to join us? Are you ready to ensure that the clinical cardiology and the technology that we are developing will solve many of the problems of patients? So, come on. Thank you.
How is it possible that in 2020, with the great medical advances and the great quality of hospital care, a significant amount of patients still develop the killer infection, sepsis? Sepsis, generalized infection, is still one of the top 10 causes of death worldwide and a frequent complication in patients with different pathologies, including heart attack. Worldwide sepsis affects 49 million people and causes 11 million deaths, accounting for almost 20% of all global deaths. And its mortality rates, ranging from 30 to 70%, depending on severity, has barely changed in the last 30 years. There must be something wrong, something missing. Like in most countries, investing in science in Spain is somewhat a fool's errand, mostly because the science community and the business community are lost in translation. To overcome this situation, Crazy Science was created by a group of scientists in the business world to bridge this bench-to-business gap, foster innovation, and accelerate the translation of research discoveries into useful products, and with a clear vision to become leaders in technology transfer from academy to industry. Let's see then our first ongoing projects. Crazy Science has demonstrated that blood presence of mitochondrial epitopes are excellent biomarkers to measure the risk of infection in patients. Mitochondrial epitopes are released after tissue damage, for example, a heart attack or major surgery. Since mitochondria derives from bacteria, this confuses the immune system that initiates a response against a phantom enemy. And after a while, the immune system enters a tolerant state to avoid self-damage. Tolerance is a biological complex phenomenon. Let us make it easy to understand. Imagine you are right now at a bus stop, engaged in conversation with a friend. The bus driver honks the horn. You will immediately look to see what's going on, and if, for example, it was just the driver alerting a distracted kid that dropped the ball and there is no risk for anyone, you will continue your conversation. If the driver honks again, you're not tolerant to that danger alert and will most likely assume it is nothing risky and not even look. However, there is the possibility that the bus lost control and is coming right to you. It's the Peters and the wolf's tale. Something similar happens with the immune system when mitochondrial epitopes are released, increasing the risk of infection. Crazy Science has developed a real-time PCR-based method to detect this diagnostic biomarker, allowing us to predict the risk of secondary sepsis that amounts to 50% of worldwide sepsis cases that result in 1,400 daily deaths worldwide. It should be noted that currently available sepsis biomarkers marketed by companies such as Roche and Abbott identify ongoing infection and are a great help to decide on the treatment course, but none of them can be used to predict the risk of sepsis before the colonization of the microorganism occurs. Each hour that passes with the patient awaiting treatment results in 10% reduction of the survival chances. Crazy Science objectives is that the patient never reaches this situation and the infection can be prevented. The economics of this situation are staggering. In the United States, the cost of sepsis amounts to $24 billion with an average UCI stay of 21 days and cost of 10,000 euros per year per patient. Only in Spain, 70,000 people a year suffer heart attacks, over 500,000 in Europe, and at a high-risk group for secondary sepsis. Right now, in Spain, we spend over 550 million euros a year for the treatment of septic patients. Considering the situation and making a very conservative scenario with a market penetration of 1% growing to 5% in the third year, we expect sales of the diagnostics test of 1 million euros the first year, growing to 6 million euros by year 3. We went successfully through the testing phase and are ready to go to market full steam ahead with the mitochondrial epitopes PCR testing product. Our multi-center clinical trial with over 600 patients will complement the prior results in 150 patients at La Paz Hospital, getting us ready to complete the regulatory approval process to bring Crazy Science diagnostic method to the national and international market. So far, giving an answer to this universal program, our first successful transfers project has just been awarded 250,000 euros from the government of Extremadura. And today, we are looking for private investing to help our team bring the solution for sepsis out of the lab and into the market. For Crazy Science, a startup is a scientific experiment, nothing more than the scientific method applied to the business world. And we have all the reagents to get the results. Join the future of biotech. Join Crazy Science, where successful science and profitable business meet.
Hello, my name is Cesar Gil. I'm the CEO of Doitplenoptic. We are a spin-off company from the University of Valencia, and what we are doing right now is trying to deliver 3D technology for all. We want to push the boundaries of human progress to make it accessible to everyone. What's the pain we are trying to solve? As you might already know, we see a 3D world, but our devices don't. We have this stereoscopic view that our brain transforms into 3D images, But well, science needs this 3D imaging to find the answer to human challenges. Scientists, physicists, technicians are missing crucial information, or they are underusing a tool for their jobs. So there's no a 3D system accessible to all and for everything. And what we are doing, our solution to this pain, it's a proprietary technology that we have developed a new light field technology based on a cybernetic insect eye. We call it DOIT because it's digital optical imaging technology, and it's a real game changer. It is affordable, it's universal, it is cost-effective and adaptable to any observation device for almost any purpose. It's high 3D, 4D performance. It's the best quality achieved so far by a light field system. So we can cover the whole cycle of 3D imaging. We can capture a 3D scene. We can analyze it, and we can display it also in 3D. The birth of Doitplenoptic, we established the company in 2018, where Be Able Capital, a very specialized venture capital that they are really specialized in transfer technology, met some researchers from the University of Valencia, from the optics department, 3D display department of the University of Valencia, and they decided to found the company and to do a proof of concept during 2019, and it was really successful, and they decided to move forward. And we during 2020 we are developing a minimum viable product, and for the next year we are developing we're entering the phase of the product market fit stage. And with our first product for this first stage, it's Do It 3D Micro. It's the first Planoptic eyepiece of the market. It is intended to be used to be coupled in all optical microscopes around the world, for all my microscopies, for routine microscopes. It has a really industry standard potential because it's universal, as I said. It's versatile, it's affordable and handy, it has high speed, can get high live 3D video, and can get also enhanced 3D resolution together with 2D high resolution cameras available in the market right now. So yes, it has it's an industry standard potential, this device. And we've been also working on this proprietary technology, the patent. We are entering right now in the regional phases. And to summarize a little bit the mission of Doitplenoptic, it's to democratize the scientific use of 3D technology with this affordable technology that is performing a high 3D and 4D acquisition, and also together with an artificial intelligence cloud-based software that can get all the information from the different eyepieces that are installed in all the microscopes. So it will be helpful for clinical, biological, and industrial applications. And what we are now we are working on a future investment round. We will start contacts by the end of the year. We are looking for a partnership, more than just financing. We are looking for some specialized venture capital similar to Be Able, that can provide us value and help us to develop this minimum viable product in this product market fit phase. And the next developments we are pointing to medical, also for medical devices. We can develop an eyepiece for 3D microsurgery, also for ophthalmology, neuro, and that's what we are working right now. We really thank you for your time, and we hope to hear from you.
Hi there, my name is Andre Guedes. I'm the CEO of Droplight Technologies, a biotech company developing a novel medical diagnostics device that in a matter of minutes can detect and quantify different diseases and health conditions. We are a young and dynamic company incorporated in 2018 in Barcelona. We are a spin-off of the Institute of Photonic Sciences, and we are entering the huge 20 billion immunoassay diagnostics market. We plan to achieve that with our amazing team. We have proven experience in biotech, engineering, and business, supported by also amazing group of advisors. In terms of traction, we won a few awards and a few grants this year, and we have been collaborating with different universities, research centers, and pharma companies. And also, we've been featured in the press quite a few times. The problem we're trying to solve is finding an efficient alternative to the classic laboratory tests. I can give you a COVID-19 related example. Imagine you go to the doctor because you want to detect and quantify if you have COVID-19 antibodies in your bloodstream, meaning if you are immune to the new virus. Basically, the doctor pinches your arm, takes a full tube of blood and sends it to the central lab, where a skilled technician is going to perform the test and give you back the results in 1 or 2 days. 1 or 2 days is the problem. It takes a long time to provide these results. Droplight provides a solution with this smart testing platform that does exactly the same, but in 10 minutes in a fully automated and quantitative way. Our device is comprised by different cartridges and a universal reader. So we have all these different microfluidic cartridges designed to address different diseases. This is where we place 1 drop of blood, and then we insert the cartridge in our universal reader that will automatically perform the assay using our optical detection system to make the detection and quantification of the disease. Finally, we rely on our in-house software to do the signal processing and display the results on the screen. We are exploring high-impact markets, being the fertility treatment market our main one, where we do the rapid detection and quantification of sexual hormones that are monitored in these treatments. The main hormone is called estradiol, where a woman needs to visit the clinic every 2 days to test and quantify this hormone. And today it does it in a laboratory setting. It needs to pinch the arm, take a full tube of blood, send it to the central lab, and wait until the end of the day for the results, where a nurse calls the patient to give the results. So it's a very complex process and adds more stress to an already stressful process. We provide the solution, so the patient comes to the doctor itself pinches her finger, and in 10 minutes she knows the result, and he can start immediately the treatment. This is one example of our application we have validated, but we have more: allergies, rapid screening of allergies, infectious diseases, and also in veterinary, a more strategic application because of the ease of certification and regulation. We can enter the market faster, and that's very interesting for us. Very important slide. Where are we right now? We have a proof of concept prototype that already works. It takes 10 minutes. It's quantitative, but it's not in the format of a product yet. We cannot sell this one. And for that, we are working with a professional microfluidic foundry, developing what will be our industrial design, our MVP, to be ready by the end of 2021. Competition and competitive advantage on the left side. We have patent and trade secrets, of course. We only use low cost and off-the-shelf components, very important when we want to scale manufacturing. And we have designed a flexible and fully adaptable cartridge design that can adapt to different sectors and to different biomolecules that we want to detect. On the right side, we have the competitive landscape. You can see that infertility is dominated by the central lab solutions, dominated by the main pharmaceutical companies. They work great, but they are quite slow and complex to use. Droplight brings the solution, something that's faster and easier to use. We have a scalable B2B business model. We start by validating different applications and then developing the product that we will sell to strategic partners in the sectors we are entering, and they are the ones doing the sales and distribution to the final user, meaning the clinics and the hospitals. Roadmap, we are now doing the industrial design of our MVP. We're going to follow with the manufacturing so that we have MVP ready in 2021. We're going to enter vet in 2022 and the human health in 2023, of course, supported by different funding rounds. This takes me to the final slide. They ask, we are raising 800,000 euros. We are having 2 business angels committed, totaling 150K. And with all this money, we plan to extend the validation in fertility and in vet. And of course, we have the MVP ready by the end of this round. I thank you very much. We are Droplight Technologies. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I am Leire Ruete, CEO of Eversense. We develop solutions for breath analysis. Respiratory diseases are a global concern. In fact, asthma affects more than 300 million people worldwide, and it costs more than 20 billion in European Union. There is a lack of information about the airway state that makes the diagnosis and management difficult. That leads to a loss of quality of life, a saturation of health systems, and an affordable economic burden. Evernoa system provides information necessary for the correct management of these diseases based on the measurement of Excel biomarkers obtained with our Evernoa devices in a non-invasive and harmless way. The system has been developed in collaboration with key opinion leaders, and it is in the final stage of the regulatory process. There are other single biomarker devices on the market, but they are intended to be used in specialized units, and they don't provide the sufficient information to treat severe patients. On the contrary, Evernoa system allow a holistic approach to patients, including a range of devices that respond to the needs of healthcare professionals at all levels of care. Evernoa Pro, that provides more exhaustive information for specialized care, the fair and necessary information in primary care with Evernoa Plus, and we also provide the possibility for pharmacies to participate actively with Evernoa Home in the process. Additionally, we empower the patients, providing objective information about their health conditions. But in addition to this information, we combine our biomarker information with other variables in a software that uses an AI algorithm that offers a single report providing a global vision of great clinical relevance never seen before. It is estimated that in 2025, the current market will be around 100 million euros. But the most important and interesting thing is that Evernoa system will boost the demand in sectors unattended until now, like primary care, pharmacies, and home care, which means another sector of 100 additional million euros. We are using a bait and hook business model, which has been successfully used for years in the breath analysis sectors. Our devices are provided at an affordable price, and recurring incomes will be generated with the sale of consumables needed for the operations of our devices. Our market strategy is to reach our final clients, which include hospitals and clinics, research centers, and pharmacies, through a distributor network and with pharmaceutical companies. In fact, we have reached an agreement with Cinfa, which is one of the most pharmaceutical important companies in Spain. Our current distribution network includes Spain, Italy, France, and Switzerland, and we are under negotiations with distributors in Germany and Austria. Our internationalization plan is to reach all European countries in 2021, obtaining the FDA approval in parallel, and make an expansion to USA and Canada in 2022, reaching a turnover of around 8 million. We have an experienced and complementary team. We know how to develop a medical device from zero and put it on the market. We know how to grow a profitable business, and we know how to stay beyond the state of the art. Now, we are looking for 1.5 million to position our first device as the leader on the market and to launch Evernoa system as soon as possible, offering a unique solution that can help billions of people improve their quality of life and alleviate health systems. And as we say in Eversense, breathe easy, life better. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Jose Jaime Ruz, and I am the CEO of NanoDreams. That is a startup company that was born in the end of 2015 from a patented technology developed by the Bionanomechanic Group in the Institute of Micro and Nanotechnology that belongs to CSIC. The system is a novel nanomechanical spectrometer that is able to detect and identify small particles present in the air by their physical properties. It can work continuously, and the detection and identification take place in real time, in contrast to current technologies that require very long post-treatments. We developed the system in the lab, and we realized right away the incredible potential that this technology has. So that's why we came up with this idea of NanoDreams, because we wanted to exploit the technology and take it to the market where it can be useful for people. We thought about the different applications, and finally we could find one need that we could satisfy. And this is the continuous monitoring of the presence of pathogen particles in the air.
So we started digging about nosocomial infections in hospitals and had several interviews with the staff from different hospitals. And we realized what a serious problem this is. It is a global problem that affects every hospital in the world. And then what an advantage our technology could mean for the hospitals. Now, with the current pandemic that we are immersed, the importance of our technology has increased drastically because we believe that we can detect the coronavirus and create an early alert in public places like restaurants, public transport, and of course in hospitals. Well, the business model would be based on a kind of a razor blade concept. So we sell the system to a client at a very low price with a compromise from the client to acquire consumables from our company that will be necessary for the correct functioning of the system. We have proved already the technology with E. coli and Staphylococcus bacteria cells, as well as gold nanoparticles with the same size as the coronavirus. And these results have been published in some of the best scientific journals in the world, like Nature Nanotechnology, for example. Currently, we are 2 people working directly on the technology, that are the CTO of the company, Dr. Oscar Malvar, and myself. And we work from CSIC facilities. We don't have our own facilities yet. And we are working in a European project called VirusScan that is developing a technology intimately related to NanoDreams technology. And then behind us, we have a strong team of scientific and business advisors, like Professors Montserrat Calleja and Javier Tamayo, 2 of the best worldwide renowned scientists of the field, Oscar Ahumada, the CEO of the company Mequins, with a lot of years of experience in the biotech business, Guillermo Marco Gardocchi, with an excellent background in business administration, and Antonio Martinez, with more than 25 years of expertise in molecular diagnosis. Although we are in a very early stage, our prototype is a lab prototype. We believe that if we have our own facilities, so we can work exclusively on this project and hire some people, we can have a prototype validating in the field in a couple of years and get the project to TRL 5. To achieve this goal, we have calculated that we need an investment of 600,000 euros. So we are looking for investors that are willing to get in the ship and help us take this project to the next level. So we believe it is a very attractive opportunity for investors. And of course, we are looking forward to hear proposals and to discuss whatever you need to know about the company. Thank you.